What is going on, family? We are behind, bro. It is 5:51, and I literally just got home. Started workday at 5, bro, and man, whatever. We still gotta do this. You already know what it is. It's day 98 with Jesus, day 98 to freedom. And quite frankly, bro, I did not even hit the gym. I've been drinking my water and everything, but if I ain't hit the gym, is what it is. But I'm actually off tomorrow. So I'll be probably picking up the challenge and starting everything and doing all that tomorrow. I just ain't finna sit here in front and pretend that I did what I was supposed to do today because definitely not one of those people that like to lie on what they did. But yeah, day 98 with Jesus, day 98 to freedom. And we are reading out of the book of Matthew. Matthew today, let's see. Matthew, and then we have, let's see. I'm trying to see which one it was. Was it 13? I think I did 12 yesterday. And then 13. So let me double check something, guys, just to see, because I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, so Matthew 13 today. Parable of the farmer scattering seed. Later that same day, Jesus left the house and sat beside the lake. A large crowd soon gathered around him, so he got into a boat. Then he sat there and taught as the people stood on the shore. He told many stories in the form of parables, such as this one. Listen, a farmer went out to plant some seeds. As he scattered them across his field, some seeds fell on the footpath, and the birds came and ate them. Other seeds fell on the shallow soil with underlying rock. The seed sprouted quickly because the soil was shallow, but the plants soon wilted under the hot sun, and since they didn't have deep roots, they died. Other seeds fell among thorns and that grew up and choked out the tender plants. Still, other seeds fell on the fertile soil, and they produced a crop that was 30, 60, and even 100 times as much as had been planted. Anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand. His disciples came and asked him, "Why do you use parables when you talk to people?" He replied, "You are permitted to understand the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but others are not. To those who listen to my teaching, more understanding will be given, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. But for those who are not listening, even with little understanding, they will be taken away from even what little understanding they have will be taken away from them. That is why I use these parables. For they look, but they don't really see. They hear, but they don't really listen or understand." This fulfills the prophecy of Isaiah that says, when you hear what I say, you will not understand. When you see what I do, you will not comprehend. For the hearts of these people are hardened, and their ears cannot hear, and they have closed their eyes, so their eyes cannot see, and their ears cannot hear, and their hearts cannot understand, and they cannot turn to me and let me heal them. But blessed are Blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. I tell you the truth, many prophets and righteous people longed to see what you see, but they didn't see it. And they longed to hear what you hear, but they didn't hear it. Now listen to the explanation of the parable about the farmer planting seeds. The seed that fell on the footpath represent those who hear the message about the kingdom and don't understand it. Then the evil one comes and snatches away the seed that was planted in their hearts. The seed on the rocky soil represents those who hear the message and immediately receive it with joy. But since they don't have deep roots, they don't last long. They fall away as soon as they have problems or are persecuted for believing God's word. The seeds that fell among the thorns represent those who hear God's word, but all too quickly the message is crowded out by the worries of this life and the lure of wealth. So no fruit is produced. The seed that fell on the soil represents those who truly hear and understand God's word and produce a harvest of 30 to 60 or even 100 times as much as had been planted. Parables of the wheat and weeds. Here is another story Jesus told. Here, my bad, my freaking sinuses are killing me right now, man. Parable of the wheat and weeds. Here is another story Jesus told. The kingdom of heaven is like a farmer who planted good seed in his field, but that night as the workers slept, his enemy came and planted weeds among the wheat, then slipped away. When the crop began to grow and produce grain, the weed also grew. The workers went to him and said, "Sir, the field where you planted the good seed is full of weeds. Where did they come from?" "And the enemy has done this." The farmer exclaimed. "Should we pull out the weeds?" they asked. "No," he replied, "you'll uproot the wheat if you do." Let's both grow together until the harvest. Let both grow together until the harvest. Then I will tell the harvesters to sort out the weeds, tie them into bundles and burn them, and to put the wheat in the barn. Parables of the mustard seed. Oh man, here is another illustration Jesus used. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed planted in a field. It is the smallest of all seeds, but it becomes the largest of garden plants. It grows into a tree, and birds come to make nests in its branches. Parables of the yeast. Jesus also used this illustration. The kingdom of heaven is like the yeast a woman used in making bread. Even though she put only a little yeast in 3 measures of flour, it permitted every part of the dough. Jesus always used stories and illustrations like these when people speaking to the crowds. In fact, he never spoke to them without using such parables. This fulfilled what God had spoken through the prophet. "I will speak to you in parables. I will explain things hidden since the creation of the world." Parables of the wheat and weeds explained. Then, leaving the crowds outside, Jesus went into the house. His disciples said, "Please explain to us the story of the weeds in the field." Jesus replied, "The Son of Man is the farmer who plants the good seeds. The field is the world, and the good seed represent the people of the kingdom. The weeds are the people who belong to the evil one. The enemy who planted the weeds among the wheat is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the harvesters are the angels. Just as the weeds are sorted out and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of the world. The Son of Man will send his angels, and they will remove from his kingdom everything that has caused sin and all who do evil. And the angels will throw them into the fiery furnace, where there will be weeping and gashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in their Father's kingdom. Anyone with ears to hear should listen and understand. Parables of the hidden treasures and the pearl. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasury, or as like a treasure that a man discovered hidden in a field. In his excitement, he hid it again and sold everything he owned to get enough money to buy the field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant on the lookout for choice pearls. When he discovered a pearl of great value, he sold everything he owned and bought it. Parable of the fishing net. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a fishing net that was thrown into the water and caught fish of every kind. When the nest was full, they dragged it up onto the shore, set it down, and sorted out the good fish into crates, but threw the bad ones away. That is the way it will be at the end of the world. The angels will come and separate the wicked people from the righteous, throwing the wicked into the fiery furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Do you understand all these things? Yes, they said, we do. Then he added, every teacher of the religious law who becomes a disciple in the kingdom of heaven is like a homeowner who brings from his storeroom new gems of truth as well as old. Jesus rejected at Nazareth. When Jesus had finished telling stories and illustrations, he left that part of the country. He returned to Nazareth, his hometown, where he taught there in the synagogue. Everyone was amazed and said, where does he get his wisdom and power to do miracles? Then they scoffed it. He's just the carpenter's son, and we know Mary, his mother, and his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas. All his sisters live right here among us. Where did he learn all these things? And they were deeply offended and refused to believe in him. Then Jesus told them, a prophet is honored everywhere except in his own hometown and among his own family. And so he did only a few miracles there because of their unbelief. Wow. A prophet is honored everywhere except in his hometown and among his own family. That is one that really clicks with me. Why does that really click with me? Because I feel like the town we are raised in and the town that we grew up in, to hear that Jesus told them, even a prophet is honored everywhere except his hometown and among his own family. And what's so crazy is when I hear this, it's like the crazy thing is like whenever you're trying to do something different, or you're just trying to go for your dreams, or you're just trying to push this, it's like I've noticed a lot of people say they lack to get support in their hometown. Some even lack to get support from their own family, which is so wild that this is in the Bible. Seeing this, you'll get more support from strangers and more love from strangers than you will from your own family and friends in your own hometown. And I hate to say that, but that's just truth for some. It's just straight up truth. And to see it in here, it's like, wow, yeah, that's true. All right. But yeah, we got that one. Mark that and save it. We got that one read. We got good on that one for sure. And still got this motion going. Probably will be locking in some goals on here maybe tomorrow that I'm going to say, hey, this is what I'm going for. I'm putting this goal on it, boom, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? That way you guys can see what it takes from here to there, because I got some weight goals that I really want to hit, as well as just goals in general. So I might start applying some things like that. Like I said, just stacking different things. I'm just rambling, guys. But besides that, we still good. We still got motion. We still building this foundation. We still, you know what I'm saying, staying with Jesus on this one, on this journey through everything. But outside of that, man, we're finna jump off here, get this video edited, get it uploaded, and probably get some dinner and, you know, enjoy what little bit of this day we have left, I guess you could say. But you guys already know it's peace, it's love, and it's happiness. Big faith.